In this video, we'll look at how you can plan schedules. Whether you're a hospital, a university, or any kind of institution that requires planning, it takes a long time for a human, but also for a computer. And in this video, we'll look at some of the complexities associated with a computer doing your planning. So how do you go around asking a computer to solve the staffing problem? Well, within the last 5 years, you've always been using neural networks to solve pretty much any kind of data task on a computer. But it turns out that neural networks are really bad at doing planning. The reason for that is that neural networks are really good at looking at continuous variables. It means this neural network could easily output that tomorrow you need 1.2 doctors at the hospital. But of course you can't have 1.2 doctors. So you want to limit the neural network to do whole numbers, or also called integers. And it turns out that you can't really get a neural network to do that. So what you do is something called linear programming, and I'll try and exemplify that with a hospital that has a certain amount of doctors. So that could be one kind of constraint. Then they have also only a certain amount of people that they could put to work in one given stretch of times. So that could be a doctor, he can only work 8 hours a day. So that could be another constraint, as we call it. A third constraint could be that there's simply not enough budget in the hospital to keep everyone employed. So that could be a fourth kind of constraint. And so how do you find the optimal solution to a scheduling problem? Well, it turns out that the way you do it is you calculate all these constraints, and then you look at the overlap. So the overlapping area between all of these 3 lines, it's just this area here. And what are the optimal solutions? Well, it turns out it can only be at the intersections. So it will be one of these areas here. And this is how you would go around asking a computer to figure out which doctors go on shifts when, given these lines, which would be your constraints. And this kind of problem solving can be applied not just to staffing at hospitals, it could be course planning at universities, and it could even be logistical issues such as transporting goods around in trucks. In this video, we reviewed what is called linear programming. Linear programming has a lot of applications across industries. Most of them is for planning. So if you're planning anything, and that could be scheduling or staffs, you should benefit from using linear programming. You can reach out to us if you want to hear more about how you could implement it in your organization.